Hi, everyone. It's your host and your coach, Dr. Mary Ayers from tapintoaction.com. And today we're going to be working on the kinds of questions that you ask yourself, the kind that get stuck in your head. You probably recognize these because you probably have done it. I know I have. We ask questions like, why aren't things working out for me? Why is it so hard? Why do I not get what I want? Why can't I find the right person? Why can't I make some money? Why isn't my business doing as well as I want it to? These kinds of questions are not helpful to us. But there's something I want you to understand about questions, not just the quality. We're going to talk about that too, the quality of the question you're asking. But I want you to know what actually happens in our mind when we ask ourselves a question. So, questions trigger a mental reflex known as the instinctive elaboration. When a question is posed, it takes over the brain's thought process. And when the brain is thinking about the answer to a question, it can't contemplate anything else. So, a poor quality question is usually something that starts with a why. And I'll tell you why I don't like why questions as much. There are other questions that are better suited for us to get the answers that we want. When we ask ourselves, why aren't things working out for us? Why does life not like me? Why am I not deserving? Why am I not enough? The problem is this: there is never one answer, there's never a definitive answer. So we may come up with ideas. We may think, well, maybe it was because I wasn't a good person, or I did this thing, or maybe I'm not so smart, or whatever it is. The, it doesn't satisfy us because it's not just one reason. And it keeps us being very circular, like a dog chasing its tail. We don't get anywhere. It's not a problem solving. There's no release of tension. If anything, it creates more tension because we can't answer it, we can't find the answer. And so we start to get more and more anxious, and then the mind gets tighter and the body gets tighter, and next thing you know, we're kind of in a flight situation, and we find ourselves more anxious. A higher quality question is a question that will lead us to solutions, to ideas. It will feel more calming as we think about that question. Our mind will still be asking it, but it will feel as if it is moving. It will feel as if it's got possibilities, and possibilities moves us out of that stuck feeling. So let's do some tapping on those repetitive, those questions that we start ruminating on, and we just ask them over and over and over again. I know you know what I'm talking about here because they get in your mind. I've had clients call and say, I just can't get this question out of my mind. I can't find the answer, is what they're really saying. But that's because it's a poor quality question. And there might be some other things going around about that kind of question. That's for a different tapping. Right now, I just want to break the habit of being in that question, breaking the pattern, the habit of asking that question and feeling tense. And I'm going to introduce a more useful type of question. A useful question might be, a what or how or when kind of a question. Notice I'm staying away from the why. Just a question that might give us more possibilities. I'm going to give you a few. You see how you like them. You can jumpstart from there. What would be another question that would feel good for you to ask? By the way, I just got to asking a question. Notice how it feels different already. So let's think about a question that you might find always gets stuck in your head. Like, why didn't he love me? Why didn't they want me? Why am I stuck in this job? Okay, think about what it is for you and feel it in your body. When you ask that kind of question, what does it feel like in your body? Can't feel very good, I'm pretty sure of that, but just find out what it feels like for you. Scale is 0 to 10, 10 being any tension, discomfort, 0 being not a problem, you're not even thinking about it. Okay, so where does it fall? And I want you to take full responsibility for yourself. And we're going to start on the karate chop. Even though I have this question stuck in my head, I accept myself right now. Even though I have this question stuck in my head, it just keeps going around and around. I acknowledge how I feel, and I choose to accept myself right where I am. Even though I have this question stuck in my head, it's like a broken record, and I can't get rid of it. I choose to love and accept myself. And I choose to forgive myself for anything I might be doing to contribute to this problem. This problem stuck in my head over and over and over. Why is this happening? Why does it keep happening? This question stuck in my head. It's so exhausting. I wake up to the question. I ask the question all day long. It's exhausting because I never get an answer. I never find a solution. But there's a part of me that keeps asking the question because it believes it's trying to help me. That part of me thinks, if we could just figure this out, then we can start doing something else. Or stop doing something. This part of me thinks it is trying to problem solve. But the question I'm asking doesn't lead to a resolve. The kind of question I'm asking just keeps spinning me round and around. So I wonder if it's possible that I can find a better question to ask. One that will eventually lead to a decrease in stress and to new possibilities. I wonder what kind of questions would do that. I wonder if I could learn how to ask those kinds of questions. What if one of those questions was, what's been different? What have I been doing that's making a small change? What does that small change feel like? How is that small change making a difference? What would it be like a year from now if I kept doing that same thing? How do I want to feel? What would I think about that would bring those feelings up? What beliefs would I have that would help me feel that way? What's one small thing I can do right now that will start to move me in the direction I want to go. How would it feel to feel enough? How would it feel to know I matter? What would my life look like if I believed that? What would I have to let go of in order to believe that? What if I did that? What if I was doing it right now? What would I notice? What would tell me that I was starting to feel better? How would I know that I'm getting more and more confident? What would I think about when this is no longer a problem? How will I spend my time? Who will I be? Take a breath. What are you noticing? Feel your body as we ask those questions. It's just that we took control of our mind and pointed it in a direction that had more possibilities, that gave us a sense that there's actions that could be taken and change that we could take notice of. That's far better than the question we were asking before. Does it lead us to answers? Eventually it will. Practice what questions you're asking yourself. I would love to hear what you came up with, so please put it in the comments down below. Let me know a good question that you have. Maybe sharing it would help somebody else. What kind of a question have you come up with that works really well for you? Let's share it. Let's spread it around so that people can get ideas of different ways of doing that. Okay. Feel free to subscribe to my channel. I'm going to be doing a lot more tapping, and if you are looking for somebody to do some coaching with, feel free to reach out to me, Mary at tapintooaction.com. We'll set up a time to chat. And until next time, ask yourself a great question and stay brilliant.